Competitive geoguesser is hard, but with the right training, could it be possible? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is GeoPopo, and after attending the GeoGuessr World Cup this September, I set myself a wild challenge to hit 1400 ELO in competitive GeoGuessr. In a matter of weeks, I've had hundreds of comments and messages flooding in from all ends of social media. There's been so much support and words of encouragement from every single one of you, and I'm genuinely so grateful for that. With your guidance, I feel that my confidence has significantly improved. But here's the truth, I still have a long way to go. There are gaps in my game, and my consistency isn't where I need it to be. Just the other day, as I celebrated reaching 500 subscribers with all of you, something crazy happened. A pro wants to coach me? Yes, please! I was over the moon. Seriously though, this was such an unexpected opportunity, and of course I immediately said yes. I've been trying to improve on my own for weeks, but getting a pro's help? This could be a game changer. No pressure, right? So, in today's video, you're going to see me train with a GeoGuessr expert. Let's see if we can start filling in those gaps in my gameplay and get one step closer to 1400 ELO.
Hello, what's up? What's up?
Thank you so much for joining. Would you like to give a little description about what we want to do today?
I watched your videos and I thought they were really nice for like beginners, but you are also trying to learn a lot and reach the 1400. So I was like, maybe what if after every round I could give you a little insight on how how you could maybe improve your guess even more. So yeah, maybe it helps you. Maybe it helps the viewers as well.
We're gonna do a challenge first that you guys can play along as well, and then we will jump into duels, see where I go wrong, and then LENNLI will tell us how we could have done better, or perhaps we even just got it perfect first time.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen most of the time, probably.
We can pan, we can zoom, create challenge, let's go. Okay, so my first feel is that we're in America. And we also have these wide yellow lines here. And as I know per your feedback, that means we're either in, is it Oregon or the southern states? This doesn't really give me any that type of vibe. Actually kind of gives me more South Dakota, that kind of vibe. So not too sure. So I'm just gonna hedge in Nebraska. Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky one, yeah. I mean, I also wasn't sure. I considered Texas, but I don't think I would have gone there. But it makes total sense because the road was kind of grainy and we had the white lines, which do exist in Texas and basically none of the other Midwest, like middle of the plains states. So I guess it makes sense, but it was super green for Texas. Really hard round, I think.
The grass was a bit too green for somewhere like Texas, but if you look at it, it is kind of on the, at the north of Texas.
Yeah. I think your guess makes sense. Landscape-wise, it's pretty good.
Thank you. We'll go to the next round. So we are in Peru. I've got that thing going on there, the stripy stuff. Where in Peru though, I can't really tell. It feels quite fairly dry, so I wonder if we're in the northern part or even at the most southern part near Bolivia. So I'll probably go somewhere here where you do get these north-south roads. I think that's the only one I can see actually, so we're sticking there.
Nice. Okay. Good vibes, yeah. It was super sandy kind of dunes in the distance basically, which is pretty common in the southern part of Peru. But usually when you see a location like this, that is just super sandy with low hills and I don't know, there's no vegetation at all, and it's also not rocky, then it's usually coastal Peru. So I actually might have been further away here than you because I would have gone somewhere along the coast, but I'm not sure if I would have committed all the way south. But yeah, that's kind of the coastal type of round that you would get in Peru.
If it is coastal Peru, is there really a way to differentiate if it's north or south?
Not Not easily, I would say. I mean, very north looks a bit different, but without a concrete example, I can't really explain it. So, yeah. Otherwise, most of the coast looks pretty similar.
Oh, thanks. We'll go to the next round. Okay, so first thing that jumps into the Mexican-looking pole here. Mexican flag at the background. Brilliant. Puebla,
Hooray.
Vivera, I think that's telling us something. Anything. So there is a palm, quite rocky, and it feels dry, so I might just go Mexico City.
Yeah. Probably Puebla, yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
the thing is, it
Puebla.
said Puebla on the graffiti, but usually you can't trust the word Puebla because it just means people. So yeah, you usually can't trust the word. But what you can trust is there's the pavement is hexagonal. Yeah, these tiles are like hexagonal, which is very common in Puebla and Tlaxcala. Usually, when you see that, it's one of those two states. Not always, but usually. And then also we have a ton of gray brick, which is more common in the east basically of dry Mexico, and then red brick would be more common near like Jalisco or like the further west you go basically. So that's also how you can you see the pavement and you think, oh, maybe it's Puebla, and then you see not a single red brick building, and you're like, yeah, probably I should go Puebla here.
That's really useful, thank you. Never knew about the pavement, especially the grey brick. So did you say the more red the houses get, the more western it is?
Yeah, basically. So if you're in the like, you can't really do that when you go to the max north, but if you like draw a line west and east of Mexico City and just go along this line, then the further west you go, like to Jalisco, it will be more red brick, and the further east you go, it will be more white brick, and in the middle it's kind of mixed.
Crash course in Mexico, thanks Lenny. Okay, next round we have, so we're driving on the right, is Poop Cam. I wonder if we're in Cambodia? It's the first thing I think of. Yeah, driving on the right, sun is to our south, so go somewhere here maybe? South? Oh no, it was northwest.
Unlucky with the region guess, but I would say the Poop Cam Cambodia stuff is not really region guessable. At least not for me. I mean, I don't know where I would have clicked, probably just middle of the country here. But yeah, the normal Gen 3 kind of region guessable, but this stuff not really.
Okay, wish me luck. Okay, so we are somewhere in Southeast Asia. The sun looks like we can trust it. Bell running around. So my first impression is either like Indonesia or Philippines. Bit of a hill there. Might go Sulawesi. How dry it is, and there's a little bit of hillage going on. Oh.
Yeah, wow. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm proud.
Let's
proud
go.
of that.
I mean, that's a great guess. I can just tell you why I thought it was Indo for sure, but I don't know. There was nothing specific to get Sulawesi here, I think. So you just wiped that out perfectly. But the architecture felt pretty Indonesian here to me. Also, we had like the mountain looks kind of like almost like volcano-like. It's not a volcano, I think, but yeah, pretty Indonesian looking as well. But yeah, some of this architecture, especially the roofs, felt quite Indonesian here. And also this green painted house. The painted house kind of more common, I would say, in Indonesia over like Thailand or Philippines.
You mean like painted houses like that?
Yeah, yeah. Also, the windows are kind of unique in Indonesia, but you just have to wipe them out. You can't really see them here that well, but yeah, maybe in a different example I would be able to show you.
Indonesian windows. That's a new one.
Did a very good job, I think, on this challenge.
Thank you. Yeah, not a bad score. Shame about the Texas round, but
Yeah,
I
it
felt
was a
like
hard one.
it was quite tough. Let's just visit it back again.
Yeah, it has Texas pavement, but I mean, hard to trust when it looks this green. I mean, white lines in a landscape like this, it doesn't really look like Oregon, Washington, which you figured out yourself. Then one state that also uses white lines that could maybe look like this would be Montana Montana also has white lines, but obviously, yeah, would have been a worse guess here. So, yeah.
That means we have completed our challenge, and now it is time to face the real world of duels.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, so we'll play no move, kind of start it off, and maybe we'll go into an empty dead. See? But yeah, I'm currently number 3rd, and I'm on a yesterday I had a really good day. I had a 6 win.
Let's go.
Let's see if we can keep it up. But yeah.
I know 2 people in your group.
Ah.
Yeah.
Got flawless with a Q from the Netherlands. Okay, so we're in Arge, really flat. So how north though? That's where I get a bit nervous. So whether I'll find something that lines up. Oh yeah, hello. Maybe this? Not quite. Somewhere here, I think. Not too full. Oh wow.
No, I think, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, yeah, you can, with this desolate vegetation, like nothing at all, no grass basically, you can commit kind of south, but where exactly is pretty tricky. You kind of have to road learn, so that's difficult.
Right, so it is an interesting. It was very dry, and I'm thinking, is this Peru or is this Southeast Asia? The mountains or the hills here, if I just zoom in, they feel more like they belong in Peru or like in Latin America. Car is not visible. Yeah, I'm gonna commit to Peru. Northish Peru?
I think you're cooking.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I would have gone Trujillo there. Yeah.
Okay.
These are like, the hills look so dry. It's again very close to the coast, but just where it gets like a little bit agricultural. So that is very common in that area around Trujillo. But yeah, great shout on the hills being Peruvian.
Right, we're in Australia, and Australia's like my arch nemesis. Because I can never tell when it's Queensland or Melbourne. Melbourne, Victoria.
Can you zoom on the pole top for me?
Top. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe the pole top is state specific, so I can tell you that afterwards.
Okay, well, it feels very green. So I'm going to go Victoria, but maybe like here where it gets a little bit dry.
Yeah, the pole should be a big pole top actually. Yeah, nice. It has like 2 basically handlebars sticking out on to the thing. So it's like a very wide bar on the pole with like 2 extensions. So the insulators are basically just like horizontally on the side. That's Victoria exclusive.
Okay. We'll revisit it again later. But we're back.
Yeah, it's more stressful in duels.
Yeah. Right, I think we're in Peru, or maybe even Arge. This feels like that feels like that one episode from Top Gear, but where I don't recall.
Nice.
There
Yeah.
it is, there it is.
I mean, the volcano areas of Chile, yeah, they are very hard to tell apart. You are in one that makes perfect sense as well. But yeah, I mean, at least you got Chile.
Right, sun is undecided. Pole. Canadian? Doesn't feel nothing else. Okay, actually, I'm stuck. I'm not sure where we are. And we got some sunflowers, which makes me think we're in Europe. But those trees at the back look very sus. We're like in Kenya? Ay ay ay. I genuinely have no idea. I'm gonna go to Romania.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think it's Arge.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, you did mention the pole as being like Canadian in a way. It has the one singular insulator on top, which is basically a thing that exists never in Europe. It has like this one singular insulator at the top, and that's a thing that you see in the US and Canada. And then you also see it in the Philippines and in Argentina, basically. That's basically about it. So yeah, if you see this, usually you should think of like US and Canada, but here with the landscape, the agriculture, and like the fence, it's kind of a dirt road. So you would think, I don't know, you kind of have to vibe out that this is more South American than North American, but you're kind of between Arch and US on this round. Meta-wise, I would say.
Yeah,
And you kind of have to get the vibes for Arch.
I think if the sunflowers weren't there, I would have been more considerate of Argentina, just because if I look at the trees, yeah, they look like arch trees.
Yeah.
But
I mean, your opponent also gave you a lot of pressure there
Yeah.
pretty early.
they went in very quick. But yeah, good to know. Never knew about the pole tops. So we have got Philippines, Argentina, and then Canada.
And US, yeah.
If we go back to Australia,
Every one of the top bars,
yeah.
all three of them have like two slightly different extensions on the sides, which are the insulators. So the insulators are sticking out to the sides here and not like upwards or however. They don't even look like insulators. It just looks like a bar here. But in some examples, you can see it more easily that on every one of these bars, there's like one insulator on the left and one on the right. And they are just horizontal, which is Victoria exclusive. Like a handlebar, I would say.
Thanks, LENNLI. Yeah, it's a shame we lost the round, but I think I've made some decent guesses.
Nice hat.
Thank you.
I got one of the more yellow ones in real life, and then I lost it on my travels, so I don't have it anymore. Very unfortunate.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, we got
Playing Ice Spice.
Okay,
Ooh.
we're in Brazil, surely. I've never seen it rain so much in Brazil before.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a road that I should know, but I don't. Never seen this, I think.
It's kind of giving me Rondonia vibes, or like not Rondonia side here. Where? I don't know. So I'm just gonna go somewhere here. Hope for the best.
Very risky guess.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
wrong.
If you don't see like Amazonian palms, I wouldn't commit to the Amazon usually.
Okay, first vibe is Spain, yeah, with those yellow orangey things. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this location is somewhere around here. A little
Yeah.
bit more south.
Probably south. Yeah. Olive trees in a hilly area, most common in the south. And those are huge olive tree plantations. So yeah, well done.
Okay, so we got blue chevrons here, means France. I don't think you got blue anywhere else. But I wonder if this
One
is
other country.
It's there. Oh. Country of blue chevrons. You know what? I don't. But it does feel very Mediterranean. Maybe Spain or Greece? Wait, Greece. I'm gonna go Italy, like here, and it'll be a big hedge.
Yeah, I think it's Spain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spain. No.
Spain uses either black and white or blue and white.
Okay.
And yeah, France only uses blue and white, as far as I know. So yeah, Spain has both, which is quite unfortunate because I think if you knew that, you would have probably gone Spain there from your vibes.
Not to be. Right, we got a concrete pavement and a Spanish and Mexican pole, I think. It's not something I know, but we're driving on the right, judging by the motorcycle. I don't think it's the Philippines. I am gonna go Mexico because of that pole. Where in Mexico though? Actually, yeah. Could be like here for all I know. We'll go around here. Let's go.
Bolivia.
Oh,
but he doesn't get it. That's good. Yeah,
Cool.
it's a very difficult round because you don't get roads out there very often. There's only one covered, which is this one.
Wow.
You kind of have to know the road or I guess no the pole, which I will tell you afterwards. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen that road before, but I haven't really done my Bolivia study. In New Zealand, of course, I am thinking mountain to the north. Yeah. I'm currently debating between North and South Island.
Yeah, the classic.
The classic.
4 seconds.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, just hedge.
Last minute
The
hedge.
fence was more South Island there. I can tell you about New Zealand fences afterwards,
Okay.
maybe. But yeah, I mean, worked out.
Worked out. Yes, so America, we got some corn, hills, kind of those rolling hills. So I want to say like maybe here, Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, hedge. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll just kind of do a good old hedge between these 4 states, but towards Illinois maybe a little bit more. Yeah.
Could be. I think I would hedge further east because you get this hilliness also in like Ohio with corn.
Okay.
So I feel like it's somewhere between Iowa and Ohio probably, and or maybe on the river east of Iowa, the Iowa River. That's also possible. There you also get hilliness. Yeah, it's on the river basically.
Wow.
It's like is it the driftless area? It might be. It's like the one area with corn that's very hilly and not like next to the Appalachians. So yeah, kind of tricky.
Speaking of tricky.
Oh yeah.
We're driving on the right. My first impression is Turkey. Yeah, you got the red roofs there, so I'm just gonna go for it. Where in Turkey, I don't really know. Couldn't guess, we might as well take our time. Yeah. Is the car, and we got the peppery more east. Ah.
I think landscape-wise, the east guess makes sense. I think the landscape looked pretty eastern. However, the red roofs are more common west, so you get more metal roofs as you go east. So that's one thing that could have pushed you west, but yeah, pretty tricky.
Right, we are in America. Oh wait, that is a Toronto thing. We're in Toronto.
Ooh.
And we got the Toronto connectors. Right.
Ooh.
Not the Toronto, the Ontario.
Okay.
So.
Canada expert here.
So we're going like that. Where does it go like that? Ooh, it feels not very hilly either. I feel like here. Too sure? Yeah, it doesn't feel too.
It's very forested though.
Yeah. Maybe I could do an old hedge.
Big old water hedge, yeah, sure.
Ah, and the water hedge worked out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one thing you don't want to guess is basically everything Toronto and south, because there's no forests. There's only farmland, like in the south of Ontario. So it kind of had to be somewhere north of Toronto, but yeah, where exactly was difficult, of course.
Okay, so I think we're in Sweden/Norway with these kind of exposed rocks and the architecture. Can I differentiate between the two? Not quite, but we're definitely somewhere in the south. So I'll do like a hedge. I'm not sure whether we are in Sweden or Norway. We'll hedge between Stockholm and Oslo.
Okay, I think it's Norway, but not sure, yeah.
Oh, that might
there was nothing concrete there to tell Norway, but I guess the rockiness is more common in Norway, I would say.
It was not meant to be. It was not meant to be.
This one I think was the unnecessary risky play, I would say. Because like you have no vegetation here that looks Amazonian. Like usually if you are deep in the Amazon, you get a lot of like those babasu palm trees, or I don't know, like very jungly trees. But in this case, the vegetation you have like this long grass, which is pretty common in Tocantins, but obviously this was just Minas. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it just looks like a middle hedge of Brazil. Kind of a round that doesn't really offer anything to region guess.
I looked at it I saw the rain and I told myself, wow, this is super tropical. But in hindsight, you are right. You know, there's not a single palm in sight. It's very low vegetation. If anything, it does feel a bit dry. Then we had the Spain, which was quite straightforward. And then, yeah, I think I kind of just freaked out on this one because I couldn't recall where the blue chevrons were. Yeah.
Now you know that Spain also uses blue chevrons. And one thing to get Western Spain here, I would say, is the trees. If you look to the right, those trees in the field, those are, I believe, cork trees. You can look at the bark. They are like, that's what they make the corks from. And those are very common on the Portugal-Spain border.
Thanks, LENNLI.
You're welcome.
Okay. And then we had the Bolivia round.
Oh yeah. If you have like the most wacky poles in eastern Bolivia, like near Santa Cruz. These are just sticks basically. They are completely uneven and they just look wanky. And usually if you see this, sometimes you're in arch, but most of the time you should be in eastern Bolivia where it gets green if you see wacky poles like this.
Yeah, it does feel like it's on its last legs, especially that one. That
Yeah.
wiggle going on.
I mean, you can basically just road learn this road because it's the only concrete road in eastern Bolivia. So I think if you get this again, just go the road that goes east from Santa Cruz. Yeah, here I wanted to tell you something about the fence.
Okay.
Also, we have hedgerows. So hedgerows quite often are near Christchurch down there. And then you have the fence. You have fence posts which are pretty far apart from each other. And on the North Island, they're like usually very, very close to each other. You have like in the space between these two signposts, you would probably have like 5 on the North Island. At least it's like a semi-reliable matter, I would say. But on the South Island, you see metal fence posts as well. On the North Island, you don't really. But and on the South Island, they are very further apart. You can, yeah, basically remember it with the South Island being less populated, so they need less sticks, if you know what I mean.
I like that. So less people, less sticks. Fingers crossed, guys. And we're against a champion player called Jepsa from Sweden with that cool Swedish outfit.
Lower rated than you, though.
True. We are in somewhere I should know. In Brazil. Yeah, with the white pavement here. So I think we're in South Brazil because of how dry it is. A little bit hilly. So maybe like around these parts. Nice.
Let's go. Nice.
Not quite a state streak, but close enough. Okay, we're in Ghana, and I think we're quite north, judging by the lack of vegetation. I do feel like it gets drier the more north you go up. Here, that seems to be okay. Oh,
Nice.
just north of Tamale.
Yeah, I mean, the opponent guessed. Whatever. I'll let you play.
Okay. Right, we're in the south. Like here. No, I'll just do that. Then we can be in both places at once. Ah, not quite. Durango. Actually, there weren't that many cacti. Maybe that was the best guess.
True.
Okay, we're in Europe. This car. Chunky pole. Chunky concrete pole. Like, this fence looks Eastern European. So we will go anywhere in this region. Nice.
Nice. I wasn't sure on the country either there.
Yeah. Brazil. That really nice spot in Brazil. Yeah, you got the tank there. I think it's like here. This bit. The world. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, she's cooking. Oh no, wait, we're in Guatemala? Right? That's a Guatemala car. Oh no. Or is it like Rosal Pole?
Nope. All good. All good.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why I went so north for Guatemala. I think I was just a bit lost. Okay, we're like in Turkey or Albania. Albania. Feels very south actually.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Not quite the flag,
Wait, was that
but
not the
close.
Albanian
I mean,
flag? Oh.
no, that was the Montenegro
Oh.
flag.
Oh yeah, the Albanian has the black bird on it, doesn't it?
The Black Eagle, yeah.
Eagle, that's it. Right, we're back with the American/Canadian pole tops. It feels more like Estonia. And usually if it feels more like Estonia, I go to Canada. Where in Canada though? Question. Maybe even like Brunswick. I don't know if I'm being too risque here.
I think that's good.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, wait. What? I thought I would have gone New Brunswick.
Oh,
Not gonna lie.
Thank you. GG. Another 19.
That did not look like the US to me.
Well, let's have a little breakdown then.
Yeah, I don't think there's much I can tell you on this one, to be honest. You got the vibes perfectly. Ghana, you're not on a road that has coverage, so you should maybe look at the map maker for just northern Ghana once, because there's only like 2 roads. The one that your opponent is on and the one that this is on, basically.
Wow, so only 2 roads in the north of Ghana.
Well, only 2 roads that go north-south.
Yeah. Okay, so then we had Mexico.
This one, yeah. Yeah, you mentioned the lack of cacti, which is absolutely true. Lack of cacti would put you more in the middle. But yeah, it's very dry. The shrubbery, basically, I would say, is more of a central or eastern thing. Like these very dense, pretty big shrubs. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing really concrete to pull you in the middle here. I would have probably gone a little bit more north than where the lock actually was. But yeah, lack of cacti, probably not Baja California. It kind of doesn't feel deserty enough to be Baja California.
Hills, shrubbery, and the lack of cacti.
North middle, yeah, exactly.
But then we went to Serbia.
There's only one thing that could help you here, basically, and that's the lack of an antenna in Gen 3. If you have that, obviously it can also be other countries, but just since every coverage in Serbia has no antenna, this could have led you there, but I think with the time pressure from your opponent, I don't think you would have actually been able to figure that out, because it doesn't really look like Serbia.
So then we went to another
Brazil, with an insane guess.
Yeah, 85.
I mean, you got the vibes.
Got the vibes. And then, yeah, the Guatemala, the car just kind of, I panicked because of the car.
Yeah.
Curacao, Guatemala.
I mean, I have the same thing. When I don't know what country it is initially, then I forget to region guess the country once I actually go there. Once I figure it out, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, no, it's here. I could just send that. And I forget to region guess. Obviously, it's flat, so it makes sense to be either very far south or very far north in Guatemala, because all the middle is hilly.
Very mountainous and lush there. Let's just not talk about that. Let's not talk about
Yeah, I
that.
mistook the flag. Unfortunate. If you see flags in Montenegro, you are probably in the capital, just by the way the coverage is. For some reason, in the capital you have tons of flags in the street view coverage.
I want to remind you.
They don't want you to click Albania on this.
Goodness no. Right, and then last, the pain.
Yeah, I mean, click it again. Maybe I can figure something out. I guess you can, like, is there a mailbox anywhere? Is that a mailbox? Yeah, maybe that mailbox, a single mailbox is usually more US than Canada, I would say. But then again, the trees, I think, felt more Canadian, and also the road felt more Canadian. So it's a pretty difficult round.
It's like a gas stick.
Yeah, I don't think that's usable. I don't know what that would be. As I said, I think your guess is valid. You can 100% solve the 50-50 by looking at the cobbler, which is a pretty cringe thing to do. So if you're looking in driving direction.
Yeah, someone put in the chat.
Exactly.
There's like double wing.
Yeah. Like this is the direction that the car is driving in. So you look at the front mirror, which is exactly where you did look at. And it's only one bump. The one bump is US. And if it's two bumps, it's Canada. You kind of have to see it side by side to be able to compare it. Basically, every country in the world has two bumps except for like a few exceptions. And US is one of those exceptions. It's kind of a cringe meta to use, though, I would say.
It's quite funny. Well, I don't know whether I can brave losing another game, but this has been really, really, really educational, and I also hope it's been educational for you guys. So thank you, LENNLI, so much for coming in and giving me all this advice and essentially breakdown of my game.
You are very welcome. Yeah, leave some feedback in the comments if you think this format makes sense or not.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video and tuning in. I hope this was educational, and let me know in the comments if there is something that you learned today. Thank you again, LENNLI, for volunteering to help. It really means a lot, and yeah, stay tuned for my journey to 1400. Bye now.